All right, everybody, my Prinsu rack has arrived, and today we're gonna be installing it on the Taco. Follow me along for the ride, and let's get to it. This is the first knife I found in my truck, so we're just gonna go with this one. Yeah. Let's get to it. So there we go. We got the two sides and then all the cross sections. Small part box and a rubber strip. Yeah, there you go. That rubber strip goes under here. So that way when it's sitting on the truck, it won't scratch up the paint. It'll sit pretty. All right. All the screws, all the nuts, basically everything you'll need, and hopefully extras. All right, so I pulled out this little blanket out of the truck so I don't scratch up all the pieces. We got our installation video over there. And we're gonna start off with mounting this on here. All right, so we're gonna start with the wind deflector hardware bag. And we're gonna grab these small boys right there and line them up with all the holes going across. All right, so basically you wanna install them facing up like that, not down. And you're gonna match them to where they're sort of even, sort of straight with the lines. And then we're gonna slowly put this on here and then screw it in very lightly until we get all the screws in. And as you can see now, it's not lining up, which is why you're not supposed to tighten these all the way, because now you can move the whole top piece. And then at the end of the day, you should have all of them put in. So I would sort of just, not even hand tighten, just a little bit so they can catch on to the piece, and that's it. Like, it still moves around pretty well. So yeah. Go washer, and then the screw. Just like that. And then do that for all of them. All right, so you're gonna end up with 2 of each as extras. Once these are pretty tight in there, well, pretty loose actually, you wanna make sure it lines up with the bar underneath it so that's flush on both sides. And then once that's done, you can go ahead and get a Phillips head and screw it in. All right, so once these are tight, we're gonna go on to our rubber stripping. As you can see, it's got like a metal part. This part you'll slip in with the hard plastic facing out, and then just mold it to the whole thing. And you will have extra. So as you can see, my end piece is a little messed up. So I'll just start it a little bit outside from that, and then just cut off on both ends. Or if you have a piece that's good, an end that's good, not like me, you can just start it there and just cut it off at the end. All right, so this is how it should look. I didn't finish because this actually, it requires a lot of force, and my fingers kind of hurt from doing this. So this is my break. But yeah, it should look like this. All right, there you go. All done. I'm gonna grab these and basically just clip it at the end so that it sits flush with this. I did the best that I could, but it's not gonna be perfect. This side was better. Next we're gonna be working on, well, the rest of it, so let's go. And then right now I'm installing the crossbars. They have Loctite in the new ones, but I didn't want to get my blanket dirty. So we're going to be doing the Loctite later. These screws are a T30. T25 is the most common, so make sure you get actually T30. And yeah, we're just going to install these. They go upright with the little drop-in slots on the top, and then just 2 on each side. You can place them in the small holes right there so they don't move, or in the longer ones so you can move them around later. But again, you can always do that later. And then it's basically a screw and a washer, and you just put it in. Super simple. Let's add 2 or 3 more and then hopefully try to get it up there. All right, so I got my 2 holes. I flipped it over. Honestly, I'm not sure how straight it is, but we're just gonna cut here, and then cut through. I don't know if you see that, but cut there across that to get the little metal piece out, because that's why they're not centered. And then we'll do all the next one after that. There you go. You gotta cut this metal strip that goes straight through it. And you should come out with that. Make it look a little prettier, and we'll go from there. All right, scratch that. We're going to be taking off our weather stripping first, so we can find out where the holes are, and then figure out how to line everything up. But I don't have a sunroof, so it shouldn't be too much work for me. These, you basically just got to get your finger under it, and once you get your finger under it, it comes off pretty easily. There is some tape right there, and there, and there. And then the front just pops off. And then you have that. For your screw holes, they're gonna be under this piece of tape that's been painted. You can see them. I can poke a hole into the tape pretty easily, where the holes would be. So 2 in the front, 1 in the middle, and then 2 more in the back. Right. I'm gonna put this right next to them, right next to the holes. So put it right next to it. And we're going to go poke holes in where these are. I'm going to fit it in just like that, so I can still see the holes. And just grab a knife and just make holes. Very little dots for now. And we'll go from there. I spilled my paprika, so gotta clean that up sometime. All right, so I made a little plus signs with my knife for one of them. And then I took the other one off. And now I'm just gonna line them up and just transfer the holes over. And that's about it. All right, I finally found all the tools I needed. Got this part clamped on. I don't know if you can see it, but I can. It's right there. Yeah, and right there. So I got that clamped on. I'm gonna drill it 3/4 of an inch. That's how big that's how big these are, 3/4 of an inch. So we need those to fit through the rubber strip. I haven't cut anything underneath it yet. I might do that depending on if the bit will cut through this or not. But if it doesn't, I'll deal with that. But right now we're just gonna drill those 2 holes and see where we go from there. All right, now that we have this cut out, hopefully to the right ones, well, step 1, line it up, make sure it actually fits. Make sure the holes are actually under where you drill them. And once they are, you're going to lift it up and open up the little hole over here. Just gonna do that so you can see the hole. Make it a little bit bigger. And then do that to all of them. All right, I got one more problem. I need to get that on there by myself. And the best way I could think is to put the blanket on top of the canopy and then slide that on and just like pull it that way. And then once I need, I can just go from there up. Wish me luck. All right, so this next part I gotta do kind of fast. I need to put silicone all around these, then put this on it, and put those through it after I put in the silicone. And then I have to put this on it, and then the nuts and bolts. So it's gonna be very quick. So I won't be able to videotape much of it, but here we go. All right, so I finally got them all in the holes. That one back there gave me a nightmare. I've been working on just that one over there for like a solid 15-20 minutes. But the other ones went in all perfect. There's not much really to adjust because these are all the way pushed in on both sides. And then they're all the way out on both sides. So it fits pretty well to the truck. Yeah, so let's just tighten this up. I'm gonna put this back on because it was in the way of these. And I'll show you guys an after. All right, it took forever. But there it is. There's the roof rack. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. There's a spot for the light bar. No light bar yet, but yeah. Looks pretty good. All right, thanks guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And if you got any questions, leave them down below and I'll help you out. See you on the next one.